So hey everyone, my name is Yogra Sikka. I am student of Center for Global Education at Chitkara University in collaboration with Deakin University, Australia. Today I am demonstrating my task 3.2p, which is full API implementation of SIT 331, which is full stack development, secure backend applications. So in this task, our main goal is to build a complete working RESTful web API using .NET Core that act as a backend service for Moon Robot Simulator, which we had done earlier. And the task required to implement two bounded contexts. First one is for the robot commands and the next one is for the map commands. So as you can see here, for the robot commands we had to need implement the 6 HTTP endpoints. The first one is the get request to retrieve all the robots, then another one is for to get same get request to retrieve only the move commands. After that, the get command to retrieve a single robot command by its own ID. After that, a post request to create a new robot command, a put request to update an existing robot command, and a delete request to remove the robot command. And similarly for the maps, I need 7 endpoints, all the same CRUD operations as the robot commands. Just the difference is the get request that checks whether a specific coordinate defined by an x and y value falls within the boundary of the given map. So in the last of this in the last page there are given some HTTP status codes, 200 for OK, 200 for created successfully for post, 204 for no content, 400 for the bad request, 404 for the not found, and 409 for the conflict. So my approach to do this task was I firstly build a .NET Core Web API structure with the help of command .NET New Web -n, then the name of the folder. After that, I had created two controllers. First one is the robot command controller, and the another one is the map controller. Each controller is responsible for handling all the HTTP requests which will be given on the which will be sending on the Insomnia as well. So after for the storage of this task, I used memory static list there, so that the data lives in the memory while the application is running. And I had made simply focused on the getting the API logic and HTTP response correct. I use HTTP routing attributes to map each method to its correct URL. After that, I had handled all the edges like checking if resource exists before updating or deleting it. So now let's move into the code part. So now let's talk about the so now let's talk about the robot class, which I had the robot command. So in this I had made the 6 properties, you can see here. The first property is for ID, the another property which is a name in a string. It is in a string format, in the string data type that holds the current command name like left, right, move, and so on, etc. After that, I had given the option of the description there, where I will type the description and check. After that, I had made the isMove commands, which is a boolean command that tell us whether the command physically moves the robot or not. After that, the create date, which shows the date and time that records the command was the first when was the command first created. After that, the modified date, where I had used the data type as a date time that records when the command was last updated. So I also defined two constructors. The first is a parameter constructor, and the another one is the parameterized constructor that takes all the values as the arguments. This is called when while creating the robot command instances manually in the robot command instance manually in the controller. So having both these controller will help us in the deserialization while we use the parameterized one for the explicit objects. So after that, move on to the map model. So this is my map model. Here I had again made this 7 properties. First is for the ID, second one is the column, the another one for rows, and the name, description, created date, and the modified date. Some of them are similar from that one, but just the difference is the column and rows that were added in the map here. So after that, we had some controllers. The first controller, our first controller is robot command controller here. In this we had made the static in memory list called the robot commands to store the data. So that a list is initialized with some default commands like left, right, move, up, down, place, and report. To get, in order to get all the commands, the first endpoint is get all robot commands. It is made with the http get attribute and simply returns the entire list, because the return types is enumerable of command in the .NET Core. Automatically serialize it to the JSON and get back the response as the 200 OK. After that, the get move command only. So in the get move command only, I had also made a get request, but it is use the route template move, so it makes the move, it makes map to its API robot command slash move. It is here I had used is move command is true, that this is the successful for the robot simulator, and robot will be moved there. After that, there is a command for robot get robot command, there is a command for get robot command with the API ID. So in this I had taken the integer parameter called ID from the URL. So when it gets the ID, if the ID is matching, then it will return the that ID and the description of the user as well. If that is not found, return a 404 not found response using the not found helper method. After that, there is a fourth endpoint, which is the add robot command for the post. So this will help to posting the robot or adding the robot. If the robot is still exist there, already exists there, or the object is null, it will show on 400 bad request there. After that, there is a put robot command by the ID. So here I had used the put, so that basically we can change or update the value of the robot there in our database, so that we are using that. If the robot is not found, it returns the error 404 not found. After that, the delete robot command, which is the sixth and the final robot command endpoint, is delete robot command, and it takes ID from the URL, finds the matching command. If that does not exist, then it returns the error 404, and if it exists and it removes from the list, it will return an 20 no content there. So now let's move on to the map controller which I had made here. So this is my map controller. So I had used the same pattern as I used in the robot command controller. So first of all, I had made the get all maps get all maps only. So this is the endpoint to make the API maps and square. It filter out the number of columns and equal number the rows, and meaning the map is the perfect, which shows the map is the perfect square. After that, get map by id work exactly like the robot command id which I had made there. Find the map by id, returns 404, if not found returns 200 with the map if object is found. After that, the post command to add the map, same pattern I had followed there as well. So all the patterns that I had followed here are the same like robot command, just basic difference is here I had checked the here I didn't made the get in the last. Here I made the get check coordinate. This is the unique endpoint for maps, because here I am checking the coordinates, three parameters. The first is the map ID, the another is x coordinate and the y coordinate. So if they are return 40400, which is the bad request with an appropriate message, then it finds the map by ID. So then if they're not found, then it will returns the 404, and finally it checks whether the coordinate falls within the map boundaries by checking if x is between 1 and the column y is between 1 and rows. It returns true if the coordinate is on the map and falls off it off the map. So this is a really important endpoint for the robot simulator, because it prevents the robot to fall off from the map. So after that, so now let's run the code and move on to the insomnia part, which where I will show you down that the result which I had made is running or not. So as you can see, it is running on the local host 5170. So now let's open our robot controller API, which is our collection here. So now this is this is all discussed there. These are the HTTP endpoints which we had made here. First one is for the get all robot command, get move commands only, get robot command by ID, get command, post command, put command, delete, and so on. So now let's move on to the result part. Let's run all the result. So as you can see, all the tests, 40 out of 40 tests were passed off. So you can see all the test results here. all the things that they had given here is just discussed in that code. The thing that we had made in the codes are showing here. It is just to check our result or checking our things to debug this by not directly posting it to the to there. So this is all from my side. Thank you. Have a nice day.